What's up guys, today I've got it for you, the 2020 Topps Chrome Value Series. If you're new to the series, what I do is I compare all the different formats of a particular release. Today, I'm going to compare all of 2020 Topps Chrome Hanger Box, Blaster Box, Jumbo Box, Hobby Box, and Value Packs. If you appreciate what I do, hook me up, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Give it a thumbs up. If you really want to support me, hit that join button. You can become a member of the channel or go to Patreon. The link is below. You can become a slammer. So if you're ready, then I'm ready. Let's go! All right, here we have it. Let's start at the top. This top row is the price per box. $435 for a jumbo. I just used blowout prices, and these prices change. So if you're watching this months from now or even years from now, the prices are going to be different. This is as of basically August 10th, right around there. So we're talking $435 for a jumbo, $285 for a hobby. Now the blasters are $20, but I subtracted the price of the sepia. What I did is there's eight packs per box. I just subtracted the price of a pack, and we got down to $17.50. This blaster is the secondary market. It was the cheapest that I could find these things on eBay, and they're about $37. I did the same thing. You subtract the price of a sepia, you get down to about $32, $37. Hanger box, same thing. It's got a special little pack in there, so I had to subtract a little bit of money to give that Topps Fire preview or whatever preview pack you got. I had to subtract a little bit of money for that, and then same as the value pack. The next row is the dollar per card. Now these are just per Chrome card that you're getting. Look at these numbers, $279 per card in a jumbo, $297 in a hobby. It drops all the way down to 63 cents for a blaster box. Right there, you guys can see it. I don't even have to explain. That's like 5 times as much money for a hobby card and a jumbo card, right around there. So right off the bat, the dollar per card is way better than a blaster. Now the blaster on the secondary market, you're still like 3 times as much money in a hobby and a jumbo. So in this video, we're going to talk about, is a blaster box on the secondary market worth it? Let's go to the hanger box, about 65 cents. We're right in line. Blaster, hanger, all the retail is usually right in the same line of pricing. Now let's look at the price per pack, because this is very important on how I determine the value. The price per pack in a jumbo, $36.25, hobbies $11.88, and it just goes on and on, okay? So let's get into the good stuff. Refractor. Now, it doesn't tell you the odds per refractor because it's 1.5. They're not going to put 1.5 on the side, on the back of a pack, but that's what it is. Look at this row. Now, overall, in general, if you want to look at this value sheet, look for green. Green is good, red is bad, yellow and orange are somewhere in the middle. This fluorescent green means that it's an exclusive that you can only get in the hobby format. So if we start out with the refractor, you can see that the best odds are actually the hanger box. It's about $8 per refractor. Really good odds, but it's not very much more in a value pack, $9 bucks, and $10 for a blaster. So the difference isn't very much. Jump over to a hobby, and that's not too bad either, 36, but in the jumbo, it's outrageous, $54. It's over 5 times as much money versus a blaster box. That's crazy. But that's not why you're buying a jumbo. You're buying a jumbo for the guaranteed 5 autographs, okay? So these numbers are going to look very red over here. And same as hobby. The hobby boxes are pretty much, you know, there are some orange exclusives that you can get that are highly desirable. We'll get to those. But let's go down to Prism. Same thing. Your best odds are those little hanger boxes, and closely followed by a blaster and a value. It gets out of control when you get to the hobby and the jumbo. Just horrible value. Negatives, same thing. We've got awesome value to get a negative out of the retail stuff. And actually now we're getting into blaster boxes have the best odds. So if you're a big fan of the negatives like I am, blaster boxes are the way to go. Let's look at the secondary market real quick for the blasters, because we're starting to see that on the secondary market, it's not that great of a value. You know, we're getting yellow here. Now, it's still a better value for some of these parallels than a jumbo or a hobby, but now you're talking, you know, twice as much money for on the secondary market versus if you actually just find it in the store, in the wild. Let's drop down to the purples. Great odds. Once again, it's all the same for these initial parallels, you guys. The best odds are either from a blaster box or a hanger box. I prefer blasters, and I'll show you why. Let's go down a little bit. Now here is a spot that there's an advantage for the jumbos and the hobbies, especially the jumbos because they're the best value, but not by that much. It's pretty even. I mean, don't let this dark red fool you because there's only two, so it's either green or red here. And it's 1600 versus 1595, 1687 versus 1595. That's practically the same in the grand scheme of things. For the green wave and the blue wave, you can only get the green wave and the blue wave in hobbies and jumbos. So just keep that in mind. Now, if we go down here a little bit more, the gold. So you can get the gold in the retail too. So that's a nice little bonus. And a gold is super expensive in hobby. Now the golds are very desirable. Those things are numbered to 50. So that's a good plus, a good positive mark on the score or the final grade for this retail stuff. But let's drop down a little more. See all these black lines here? That means you can't get it in that particular format. So you can't get the gold wave. You can't get the orange wave in retail. And the orange cards are only available in hobby. So that's a reason to buy hobby if you like the oranges. Those are numbered to 25, and that's not that tough of a pull. So it's 1 out of 273 for an orange. Let's keep going down. You can get a red out of all the different formats. So it's gonna cost you a lot more in hobby and jumbo, which you probably didn't realize. It would seem that it would be easier to pull a red, but it's not out of a hobby or a jumbo. Go down one more and the red wave is only available in hobby and jumbo. Another reason that you would get those particular formats. Now, if we go down to variation, this is an important one. Let's go down to variation right here. So the variation, I love the variations. Everybody loves the variations. They're really cool, and you can get SPs and SSPs. So here we have it. Out of a blaster box, it's about $1,000. Now these odds are pretty much the same, so just consider all retail is about the same here. We're talking about $1,000 before you pull a variation versus $4,800 in a hobby, $4,500 in a jumbo. So it's a four and a half times, almost 5 times as much money in a jumbo and a hobby. Now the SSPs, same story. Best value blaster box. And now we're starting to get a little bit of separation between the hanger box, the value pack, and the blaster box. We're getting some separation. So now blaster boxes are looking good for the SSPs, the super short prints. These cards hold a lot of value. Let's go down to the autographs because the autographs are important. This is where the money's at. So if you look at a regular autograph, it doesn't have the odds on the back of a jumbo pack, but it's 1 in 2.4 packs. Go down here, the autograph is 1 in 16 packs. So you get 2 of them per box. You get 5 of them per box here, 2 of them per box here in the hobby column. Here's where it gets interesting because it's almost always in the history of the value series, which I'll put a link right above here if you want to go back to the playlist value series. It's got all the different ones that I've done so far. Typically when we get into the autographs, the odds are the best. The dollar per odds are the best out of jumbos. And then it's hobby next usually, and then it goes to retail. But here we're a little bit different. So you can see here that the best odds to pull an autograph, dollar per odds, it's the jumbo at 87, but the second best is the blaster at 148. That's not too bad. It's really not too bad. And here's the thing is they're all on-card autos. You're not getting the sticker autos, the classic sticker autos that you've come to expect out of maybe like a Bowman retail. A lot of times Bowman will just throw a bunch of sticker autos in their retail that don't hold very much value. Now you can still get on-card autos out of the Bowman stuff, the greens, and I believe the golds you can get out of retail. But everything else, all the stuff that you get out of hobby for Bowman is on-card autos. So here this is the interesting part in my opinion. We're talking for a regular auto. Here it is, and the odds aren't that much worse. So the worst odds, dollar per odds, are out of a hobby box. Let's go down to the next one, the auto refractor. Best odds, jumbo. Look at all this green. So here we have the jumbo, all of the best odds, but not far behind is the retail, especially the blasters. Look at these numbers. Now let's go over to the secondary market and see how that holds up. If you were to buy your secondary market boxes, blaster boxes, you're not getting as good of odds. You're actually now, it's gone to where the hobby is the second best odds if you're getting your retail on the secondary market. So look, let's compare auto refractor, $1,500 versus $2,000. Let's go down to the purple auto, $3,000 versus $4,000. So secondary market is not good. I think these secondary market prices should be quite a bit lower. Hopefully you guys won't buy any blasters on the secondary after you see this, and maybe the prices will go down. Maybe people will stop clearing it out as much. I know there's a lot of people that are upset that people go into the retail, they just clear them all out and instantly put them on eBay. I don't do that. I open them up for myself. I'm a blaster box guy. If I can find some blaster boxes in the wild, that's my PC stuff. So I don't flip it on eBay on the secondary. That's what I like to open. It's, a lot of people can't afford to just open a $500 box, a jumbo box, or even like a $300 hobby. But you can afford maybe $100, $150 worth of retail, still have a good time, open it up. So this shows that the secondary prices on these blasters are not good. So maybe don't buy any. If you've only got $40 and that's your bag, well, go for it. Let's go down a little bit more because this is all self-explanatory. We'll go to the Gold Wave, same thing. It's only available in hobby and jumbo. So another reason to get hobby and jumbo. But we can go to the green autograph. These are not available in hobby and jumbo format. They're only available in retail. It's going to cost you about $1,400 out of a blaster, and the secondary market prices are not good on the blaster. I didn't include the secondary market prices for this other retail stuff. Just use the same logic. And we can go across here, $1,400, $1,600. So the value packs don't have the best retail odds for pulling a green, or any of these autos really, but you're kind of getting the value pack for the pink. And I didn't quantify the pink cards in here that much. I just put it as a price of a pack. We can go down a little bit more. The orange autograph, the highly coveted orange autograph, comes out of a hobby box. It's the only way you can get it. And the odds are pretty long, but it's about the same as pulling a Gold Wave auto. And I'd much rather have an orange, a straight up orange on-card auto than a Gold Wave. Gold Wave's numbered to 50, and the Wave cards aren't as desirable as the refractor cards. So that's the biggest plus, the biggest reason to get yourself a hobby box is trying to pull one of these orange cards, orange auto or an orange parallel numbered to 25. We'll go down here to the orange wave, and you can actually get the orange wave out of jumbo and hobby. A little bit cheaper out of jumbo, but not much. And finally, down here at the red wave, we're talking best odds, not huge margin, but a pretty good margin. It's about twice as much almost out of a jumbo, but we're looking at the red auto hobby. Good odds out of a hobby, but best odds out of a blaster box. And the secondary market, not good. You might as well buy yourself a jumbo box. And here we have the hanger box, same story. It's the second best, a really close second. So feel free, buy yourself. If you see in the wild and you're buying for your PC, go ahead and buy yourself a blaster box or those hanger boxes. And even the value packs are good. If you look overall, let's just check out this far right column here. Let's go up and just look at all the green and even yellow, green and yellow. So don't be afraid to buy a value pack. They still have good value. It's not just a clever name. It really does have good value. I hope this helped you guys out. Hook me up with a like, subscribe to the channel, please. It helps me out so much. And if you want to become a hitter, join the channel below. If you want to become a slammer, Patreon link is below, and I let the slammers know when I'm doing a break. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you later.